Hey there, it's tax time. And if you've been on social media at all, you'll see that there's all kinds of opinions about how to save with the IRS or how to save on your tax bill. And the first thing I should say is okay, social media is great. You can get some good ideas, and there are some good, honest tax professionals out there, but there's also a lot of people out there who are just selling hype. And they're just trying to either scare people or to make people think, wow, there's some magic pill out there that you can take. And all of a sudden your tax bill is going to be better. Or maybe it's even a tax software that you can use and everything's done for you and you just answer some questions. If only it were that simple. Dealing with the IRS or dealing with your tax filing should be important. It is important. And unfortunately, you're the only one that can ultimately determine how much you pay the IRS. Granted, the IRS has rules and they're going to tell you those rules are going to dictate how you have to report your income and your expenses and what you can and cannot take. But you're the one that can do the research to figure out, okay, are any of these options available to me? Will they help me? And often taxpayers don't want to pay the IRS, but they also don't want to pay a legitimate tax professional to help them get from point A to point B. I hear all the time, oh, the so and so said I could have a zero tax bill. Well, it does happen. However, it doesn't just happen, meaning everything has to work out. It's usually through planning, it's usually through strategizing, it's through implementation. It doesn't just miraculously happen. You have to put some effort into it. And saving true tax dollars, I don't want to say that it's hard, but it does take effort. And you do have to be diligent to get the job done. And if someone is promising you a zero tax bill, and just throwing that around, well, the average taxpayer, that's not feasible because a lot of those strategies, they become cost prohibitive. Can you save taxes by spending money? Yes. Should you be saving taxes by spending money? I don't know. I don't know. You have to do the analysis. You have to be aware of what those strategies are. Do they make sense? Is it something you can implement? Chasing this rainbow of no taxes is challenging for most people. And these content creators ought to be ashamed of themselves. Is an S Corp a great idea? It can be. Does that mean everybody should be an S Corp? Absolutely not. What about an accountable plan? What about standard mileage versus depreciating my vehicle? Which is better? I don't know. Nobody can answer those questions unless they're familiar with your situation in a way that they understand how you're spending money, how your business runs, how you're going to be there in 3 years, what's going to happen in 5 years. It's not just saving money today because often these decisions have commitments and require obligations. And so then you're kind of stuck and it doesn't always make sense. And then you can't get out of it or, it's costing you money for administratively. So saving tax dollars is a fun little game, I think. I love sticking it to the government and I love helping taxpayers keep their money. But I also love it when taxpayers are proactive and they're asking questions and they're doing research and they're not just taking what they see on social media and assuming it's gospel because that doesn't help anybody. Are there tax professionals out there bashing other tax professionals? Yes. And it really irks me. Is your CPA doing this to you? Well, most CPAs aren't trying to hurt their clients. Most CPAs are just knee deep in tax returns because the rules keep changing and it's all we can do to keep up. And Congress has given us rules at the last minute and the IRS doesn't have things ready. So this pressure is mounting. Does the CPA have time to spend like they used to? No. Does that mean they're a bad CPA? No. Does it mean that maybe you need to reach out to your CPA or to your EA or to your tax professional and help them help you? I get so annoyed when I see these ads about your CPA is not helping you. No CPA doesn't want to not help you. If you are having a problem with your tax professional, talk to them. If they won't talk to you, if they won't help you after you've talked with them, then you can start looking for a new professional. But just because your tax professional isn't doing something that some content creator says they should be doing, well, you have to remember that content creator's whole position is to get you as a client. They don't necessarily care that you've been with your accountant for 20 years, and maybe your accountant is doing exactly what you told them you wanted, and you just haven't told them otherwise. They don't care. It's so frustrating. There are plenty of professionals out there that are good at what they do, that care. In fact, 90% of them, maybe 95, maybe 99% of the tax professionals that you're going to come across truly want to do the right thing by you. They don't want you to pay any more than you have to, but they also know that most taxpayers are not willing to do what needs to be done to really get the outcome they want. So, for what that's worth, if you're watching and trying to get your tax information from social media, from content creators, and that's what you're relying on, then shame on you, because you've got to have a little skin in the game and you need to start doing your research. Is it going to be a great place to get a starting point, to get answers and questions? Absolutely. But using that information to determine if your accountant is good or not, I don't know that's a fair assessment. So, anyhow, that's my soapbox. I hope that helps. Take care and bye for now.